Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, by Shem Rakakwadash Barakathon. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to Yahakim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Raya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh, the famine of the word, when the men of the Lord will no longer be out there on the highways and byways preaching this word, and our content will have been taken off the internet. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. And this famine of the word is quickly coming upon us. So to you sincere Akim out there, drink from these rivers of living waters while you still can, because they won't be around for too much longer. And if you have the eyes to see, you can see the signs all around you. A couple of months ago, several brothers reported that some of their videos were taken off of YouTube for violating YouTube's community guidelines. And it just so happened that earlier that week, YouTube came out with a new report talking about how they were going to crack down on so-called supremacist and hate content. GMS, or Great Millstone, has been put on the Southern Poverty Law Center's Black Nationalist Hate Group list, which were not black. This isn't a color-based thing. The FBI came out with a report saying that so-called conspiracy theories were going to be the next leading cause for domestic terrorism. And around that time, a trailer for a movie called The Day Shall Come came out, where it showed a Jake with the Star of David preaching the word in that movie, but they made the truth look like a joke. But also in that trailer, it showed how the FBI was monitoring him and was trying to link him to Islamic extremism, as well as set him up to commit a false flag attack using a dirty bomb made from plutonium. And now, as we'll see from this article on activistpost.com, YouTube just purged 17,000 channels for hate speech. Some broke no rules at all. And I'll let Tim Pool on the Timcast channel on YouTube further elaborate on this.
The cliffs are eroding. The way I've described the censorship problem is that we're all standing on this big island that's, 100 feet up, and there's water crashing at the shore. But as that water crashes into the edges of this platform, it erodes. People like me who might be in the center know that at a certain point, the cliff is eroding from one direction and I will eventually fall off of it. So in the past, I have been very critical of the censorship of the far right and the alt-right and things like that. Even, so long as they're not breaking the rules to an extent, I know the rules are biased themselves, they should be okay. But there have been many people who've broken no rules and have been banned. Recently, there have been people like James Alsop, for instance. I don't know what's going on with his channel, but I don't want to act like I know a lot about his particular, political ideology, because I don't really know the guy. But people have referred to him as alt-right or white nationalist or whatever. I'm not going to make that accusation, but I will highlight others have done that. And I'm highlighting it to make one point. Whether or not he actually holds those views, I'm pretty sure, I've talked to a lot of people who say he does. I'm trying to be very careful. But his channel was deleted, and he broke no rules.
That report that YouTube came out with a couple of months ago was saying that they were mainly going after white supremacy, but we know that that's just a front for them to come after everybody else.
That's the problem, you see. How do I know that I'll have a channel tomorrow? I don't break any rules. I don't even swear. I try to be advertiser friendly. They still demonetize my content, but then approve it for monetization later. How about this? Mumkey Jones. You may remember this guy. He had, 300-something thousand subs. Deleted his channel, his second channel, any new channel. He broke no rules. His videos were even monetized. Why not give people a warning? Because the censorship is getting worse. Check this out. YouTube says it has removed more than 100,000 videos under new hate speech rules. New rules, meaning these people didn't get a chance. They had their videos purged, even though, you see how they're retroactively applying these rules and the danger. I've been thinking about this, and I feel like the only thing I can really do is delete every single video of both my channels, because I never know at what point they might change the rule and say, hey, Tim, you were critical of the Democrats. We added a new rule that you can't criticize political parties because of the escalation of tensions and violence. And then what? My channel gets retroactively punished and deleted? Yes. It's happened before. Let's read the story and see what's currently going on with the purging of YouTube.
I did a video a little while ago dealing with the LGBTQ community, and I couldn't even upload it because it violated those community guidelines. And I got a copyright strike. Not a copyright strike, whatever strike you get for so-called offensive content.
Videos. Before we get started, head over to youtube.com/timcast. Head over to timcast.com/.
I'm gonna skip through this.
To buy food and pay my bills. By supporting me on these platforms through crypto, through a physical address, or hacks my channels to bits, I will at least have a short amount of time to try and figure out how to keep producing content and survive in the event that I can no longer do this. So there are alternatives. Certainly, there are people who want me to go work at companies, but let's keep it independent. Let's read the story from The Hill. They report, YouTube said Tuesday that it has removed more than 100,000 videos marked as speech under the platform's new policy against bigoted and supremacist content. The video sharing giant said it removed more than 17,000 channels and 100,000 videos for violating its hate speech policy between April and June, the month in which the policy was instituted. I'm pretty sure criticizing veterans is now called hate speech.
And we definitely criticized veterans in the past.
They say a 5-time increase in the number of removals in the first 3 months of the year. Google-owned YouTube also said it has removed more than 500 million comments for hate speech, double the amount of removals in the first quarter of the year. I'm at the point where I'm thinking I should just disable comments outright, because they're now trying to use comments against the channel. They've done it in the past. What are you supposed to do? Just, hey, here's a TV channel, right?
And we've got a bunch of fiery brothers in our comments section, which they could easily remove our videos for. Hey, that's the spirit. A couple of brothers from the Dallas camp a while ago was talking about how you brothers need to calm down with your rhetoric in the comments section.
Quote, the spikes in removal numbers are in part due to the removal of older comments, videos, and channels that were previously permitted. They're literally saying they are retroactively applying rules. To me, that's nuts. Even Twitter didn't do that. Overall, in the second quarter of this year, YouTube removed more than 4 million channels, mostly for violating its policies against scams and spam, and more than 9 million videos. Well, I can recognize the scams and spam thing. That's really annoying. YouTube emphasized that it is focused on removing harmful or offensive content before it is viewed by any users on the site. According to the Post, YouTube's effort have resulted in an 80% reduction in views on content that is later removed for violating the platform's policies.
The powers that be are trying to keep this word from going out and keeping the elect from waking up. But it's too late for you Edomites. By you bringing about this famine of the word, you're only fulfilling prophecy and further hastening your downfall.
YouTube has come under increasing scrutiny from civil rights groups, lawmakers, and regulators over the past year for a range of issues including children's privacy and extremist content. But I must stress, what civil rights group is going to oppose free speech? It makes you wonder if they're actually for rights or against them. Listen, you have no right not to be offended. You have a right to speak your mind. You have a right to exist equally under the law. Civil rights groups, if they're coming to YouTube and demanding content be removed, they're anti-civil rights groups, or they're what would you even call that? They're not for civil rights. I guess you could theoretically still say they are a civil rights group in that they're a negative civil rights group. They go on to say the spike comes after YouTube in June updated its hate speech policies to ban videos that promote extremist ideologies, like Antifa, such as white supremacy or caste superiority. Now that's kind of weird. I don't know much about caste superiority, I guess, but
And that would seem kind of weird if you didn't have spiritual eyes, because which group out there promotes that one race of people is above another through the scriptures? This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people, or separate people, unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Clear instance of the caste system right there.
But I have to wonder if India is going to take offense to that. That's going after the whole culture. A move that was applauded by critics who have been pushing the website to take more action against hateful content that has proliferated on its platform. The policy change also banned content that promotes conspiracies, such as the false claim that the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting never happened, which is a weird thing to begin with, but, the challenge for me in this regard when it comes to fake news, and we're entering really murky, dangerous territory here, man. If I publish a story that is factually true, but no one backs it up because it's original reporting, can I be deleted? What if the media all says one thing is true and I report the contrary? It's happened before. Everybody was reporting on a story, the AP covered it, and I challenged it, and I proved it wrong. My video got taken down. Not for being a conspiracy, but it got taken down for being, bullying or something. And then a couple days later, when the AP retracted the story, oh, surprise, surprise, YouTube reinstates my video. YouTube, by doing this, is straight up saying, we are going to make sure the only content that can exist on top will come from mainstream publications first, and then YouTube.
So it'll be easier to demonize the men of the Lord. They take our content off the internet first and don't allow us to defend ourselves when they come against us in the mainstream media, calling a black identity extremist group, a terrorist group, a hate group, you name it.
What constitutes something not being a conspiracy? Seriously. Is Russiagate a conspiracy? Yes. Was it wrong? Yes. Why does YouTube allow it? Should YouTube go back now and delete every single report from CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News about Russiagate? Well, admittedly, Fox News was more on the right side of that one. Okay, Rachel Maddow's show. I think it's time to delete her channel retroactively because she's promoted conspiracies, right? What do you mean? What's that? YouTube isn't actually going to take any action against major corporate channels who have pushed nonsense before? Okay. What about the New York Times? The New York Times hiring Sarah Jung? Yeah, we get it. YouTube is trying to make sure that independent channels cannot ever be mainstream. They are bending the knee to the mainstream, and then look at Netflix, the Dave Chappelle special. You see what happens? Dave Chappelle's special is hate speech. It is, according to YouTube's rules. And it's almost, well, I don't want to say universally acclaimed, but it is getting a lot of support. Millions of views on the videos. Well, over 1 million views on the videos I've made about it. Tons of people are praising it. Moderates and conservatives at least, but it's generating a ton of attention. YouTube wants to make sure they never get that attention again. Some people say this is how you could predict the end of YouTube, because
point blank period. And moreover, the fame of the word, so as you sincere Akim can see, it's quickly coming upon us. This is Ezekiel chapter 33. I'm going to read verse 30 through 33. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true children of Israel, as well as the Israelite foreigners who look like these heathen nations, still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will do them not. Oh, Shalom, Akim. Yeah, that's right. The so-called white man's the devil, and the so-called black woman's a demon. But still you go out and smoke cigarettes and don't cut your hair if you have dreadlocks and get tattoos and still eat pork and shrimp. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. When all hell breaks loose, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are looking for answers but can't find them, the Most High is going to put you into remembrance, into remembering what the men of the Lord told you when you're going through those situations, and you'll try to find us, but it'll be too late. Back in Amos chapter 8 verse 11, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Verse 13, in that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst. You Israelites, you're going to faint because you can't find the word, and you're going to have to receive judgment for not hearkening unto your power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, while you had the liberty to do so. So with this video, I hope you sincere Akim were edified. Again, drink from these rivers of living waters while you still can, because they won't be around for too much longer. And as always, I'm going to say Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharala. Till next time, Shalom.